Welcome to Study Loop.
This question pertains to a pressurized spherical tank. A pressurized spherical tank is to be made of 0.5-inch thick steel. If it is subjected to an internal pressure of P equals 200 psi, determine its outer radius if the maximum normal stress is not to exceed 15 ksi. First of all, we just want to go ahead and find the equation that we're supposed to be using for this, which is the equation for a spherical pressure vessel, where sigma is the normal stress, and it is equal to PR over 2T, where P is the internal pressure, R is the inner radius, T is the thickness of the wall. You should note that the question asks for the outer radius, and in this, we have the inner radius. We'll get to that later. Another important thing is about the units that we are using, which I will also discuss in a second. So how do we go about answering this? First of all, we want to make sure that all of our variables are in correct units to start off with. So our normal stress is given in KSI, and we just want to convert that over to PSI, which is pounds per square inch. We can do that simply just by multiplying it by 1,000, which is kilo. And then the pressure is already in PSI, so we can just leave it. The internal radius will be given in inches because our thickness is given in inches. And then I have our outer radius, signified by a big R, is equal to the inner radius plus the thickness of the wall. So with our equation that we had just from the book, what we want to find is the only thing that we don't know is the inner radius, small r. So we rearranged the initial equation, to solve for r. And then from there, we just plug in all of our values that we just put in. And this is important. So with our units, as long as the pressures are in the same units, it's fine because they will cancel out. And then whatever our thickness is, the unit will be the same for the radius. So if we just work this out, we get that the inner radius is 75 inches or 6 feet and 3 inches. However, the question asked for the outer radius, which we can find by just adding the inner radius to the thickness of the steel. So the final answer is that outer radius is 6 foot and 3.5 inches. Thank you.